You straight up cuckooed that dude, bro. Oh my God.
You've got all your Charger gear on because
Feeling fresh as hell.
Well, you guys better enjoy it. The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
On the move and throws and touchdown.
Do this together. Players, coaches, staff, fans, together we can create something truly special.
Stay tuned for some good content.
Well, welcome, everybody, to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Wooldog, sitting with, yet again, my buddy, Kyle the Coach Duggan. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm not going to lie. I really like talking to you, Wooly, but it just doesn't feel right without Kev.
I know. It really is.
It's a weird, what the three amigos are the three amigos. The three musketeers, there's something different about two.
There is an element of energy that is lacking without Kev Huggin Duggan. Sadly, Kev Huggin Duggan is not only still in Florida, but today is his anniversary today, folks. So be sure to wish Kev Huggin Duggan and wife Josie Duggan happy anniversary. We wish you happy anniversary from the two of us knuckleheads. So we love you guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are having a romantic evening at
with
the Wizarding World of
They're just knee deep in poopy diapers.
Tossing back butter beers.
Yeah.
It's one of those kind of nights. All right, gang. Well, we've got plenty to talk about here. We've got some quotes from some interviews at OTAs, and we've got some other newses going around the league, and we've got a fan focus lined up. But first and foremost, let us start with some of the takeaways from Chargers Day 5 of OTAs. And this comes from Fan Nation Charger Reports Nicholas Cothrell, maybe, who says,
nice.
Yeah, Cothrell. I think Cothrell. I'm going to go with Cothrell.
I like it. Yeah.
After being absent from OTAs during last week's media availability, pass rusher Joey Bosa and defensive tackle Jerry Tillery were each in attendance on Wednesday. Newly added cornerback J.C. Jackson was also on the field after a flight issue coming out of Boston delayed his arrival for the start of OTAs. Bosa has notoriously worked out on his own during this time of the offseason program, but has made his presence known during the second week of Chargers OTAs. Overall, it's been an impressive turnout for the Chargers, as this portion of the offseason isn't mandatory, yet they've been close to reaching full attendance.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this a little bit last week. It just speaks to, I think it speaks to what everyone is expecting out of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to leave any stone unturned. They want to make sure that everything is so dialed in by the time the season starts. There's no shoulda, coulda, wouldas, because there's a lot of seasons that players probably look at their team. They're like, yeah, this probably isn't it. We're gonna have to get real lucky. So I mean, you look at our roster, and they're like, yes, as long as we don't F this up, this should be a really, really good season pushing deep into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just watched the mic'd up of Sebastian Joseph Day.
Yeah.
Something tells me, dude, that guy's going to be a team captain.
Yeah.
There's something about his energy, his motivation, the way he comes to be a team player and the way he interacts with everybody. Just something tells me that he's going to be a team captain. I don't know.
Yeah, he does not feel like a first year on the team guy.
No.
It just really seems like he's best buddies with everybody. Like, I don't remember who it was, but he's like, "Oh, you're over there. Let me come sit with you." Like,
I think it was Morgan Fox. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. But like trying to make his old buddy like feel comfortable on the team, you know, and that's not something somebody that's uncomfortable does. You know, he walked in the building and he was obviously, due to that Brandon Staley familiarity, but he's comfortable. He's ready to lead, and that's how the other part of it. Like, yeah, you want to bring in guys that have played with Coach Staley because they know the defense, they know their responsibilities. There's a lot less learning curve, but also those guys are more comfortable to be leaders and to be themselves. And at the end of the day, these are people. So when a person can be truly themselves and they feel comfortable, they're going to perform better. They're going to play better. They're going to be better in the locker room around their teammates. It just leads to a much better environment and team, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think throw in an element of respect in that as well. Like, not just a level of familiarity, but a respect with the coach and what his goals are, what he intends to do with this team. And the knowledge of how they're going to be used in the system, I think it really speaks to that culture change that we've talked about in previous episodes. So like, it just, everything feels different, from just the vibe of this team. Looking at some of the other players that were interviewed at OTAs, wide receiver Keenan Allen, on the veterans being present at OTAs, said the culture is growing. Obviously, you can tell with all the free agents that we signed that they like it. They like what they see. They like what they're hearing. They like what they see on tape too. Come out and join. Hopefully they can bring that fire and bring that energy. Outside linebacker Kyle Van Noy is a Super Bowl winner. Bring that. Cornerback J.C. Jackson is a Super Bowl winner. We need all of that energy to come show us how to do it. When I saw that quote of him talking about like every position is a stud, is an absolute stud at just every position. Like, that is exciting. We've heard guys talk, kind of hype up like the off season, like, yeah, man, we're doing real good out there. Everything's going according to plan. But this is like, no, dude, like there are Super Bowl championship caliber players at every position, and which means that there's solid depth right below that with some of these other players. So hearing that from Keenan Allen, a guy that's been in the league for as long as he has, I think he's coming up on 10 years now, which is crazy. I can't believe it's been that long. That's so wild.
He's the longest standing. He's the last San Diego Charger on the team.
God, that's true. Was
Was Joey there for a year?
I think Joey was still there.
Oh, okay, maybe Joey.
So they might be the only two, but yeah, they've been around the longest. Then offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi, on what he has learned about Justin Herbert over the last year, says he's just such an intense guy when it comes to football. He's such a perfectionist. That desire that he has to be great, and then his stamina for studying and working at it is impressive. Shane Day, our quarterback's coach, he works the heck out of him, and he never gets tired of working. That's a huge positive. I mean, it's Justin Herbert is everything we've ever wanted out of a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, he's checking all the boxes. I mean, I'm going to be, the day that we hear something negative about Justin Herbert, I'm going to need like a day to recover. Like, I don't know what it's going to be, because it could be the smallest thing,
I need something to make him human.
I mean,
it doesn't like, I've never heard the only things that we heard bad about him coming out into the draft was that he's not a leader, but that was just false.
Right. That was inaccurate.
That was incorrect. Yeah. So like, I need someone to come out and air out some laundry or something, because he needs to be brought back down to earth, because he's like, he's teetering on God level right now.
I mean, he really is, because the only time we ever heard him getting angry was when neighbors didn't return his freaking grocery cart. Like, that was the only negative, was him getting mad. And even that's not a negative. That's him getting mad.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
it's like correcting your son.
Yeah. So I don't know. Whenever it happens, maybe he'll get a speeding ticket or a parking ticket or something like that. Maybe that'll be the worst. Yeah. Oh God, please. Yeah. I'm sure. Oh man, can you imagine like all the pundits just going like, "Oh, Justin Herbert got himself a parking ticket, not a team leader. Chargers aren't going to win it this year." Something. Just like take the smallest bit of anything. But yes, apparently he's a golden god. And then offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi on defensive players being present during voluntary OTAs. They're here. I think that head coach Brandon Staley has done a really good job of building that team culture here. It's a good group of guys. It was last year too, but adding those veterans that have a lot of pelts on the wall, that's an interesting quote. We're very excited about it. You can kind of feel the energy from the defense from some of these additions. It's going to be a fun training camp for sure.
Yeah, I mean, having those studs on defense, looking at last year, and what our defense was, at 31st in the league in most categories,
which is crazy,
pretty bad.
Yeah,
that's what our offense was practicing against. Our offense probably looked outrageous and just they couldn't be stopped all training camp. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now you got to go out there and you actually have to play against these guys that are like as good as you are on offense, and it's only going to make the offense better. So I'm sure Lombardi is right now going through stuff like, oh shoot, okay, that doesn't work because JC, top level corner, he's going to be able to see that. And now he jumped on that. What can I do different to fix it? And you're able to make those adjustments in practice instead of having to think about it on the fly.
Right.
Like there's some coaches like that will talk out of it. Like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. Like an offensive coach and a defensive. I've seen this in high school. Like offensive coaches when
do that.
And a defensive player like breaks up a play or has like a huge tackle for a loss or interception. Right. The offensive coach like, you're not supposed to be there. You're in cover, whatever. You're not supposed to be there. I'm like, well, coach, he was there and he made the play. So why don't you fix it? You know, like let's not get mad at the defense. Let's fix it. But there's potential for Joe Lombardi to get mad at some of these players on defense. I'm glad he's coming out to the media and saying he likes it, but they're going to make having a defense like we have is only going to make the offense better here in training camp and OTAs moving into the season.
Yeah. That's funny. That's like when you watch a poker tournament and a guy gets mad. It's like, why'd you come in with like 2-3 off suit?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I won.
Well, I did.
I got a full house. He's like,
get better.
And just gets mad about it. Yeah, I mean, obviously OTAs, and training camp, those are the perfect opportunities to try those plays. And as we've said before, iron sharpens iron. So it is hopefully what's the saying? Rising tide raises all boats or something to that effect.
Yeah.
So
nice.
As something like that. I don't think that's quite right. If you know the quote, put it down in the comments below. Let me know. All right. Well, leaving OTAs, let's look at what's been going on in the community of the Charger fans. The Die Hard Bolt Club recently hosted a meet and greet with first-round draft pick Zion Johnson. Everybody that has been posting pictures on Twitter and Instagram, thank you, because we were not able to be there, but I absolutely wanted to see all the interactions, all the selfies and everything like that. It looks like it was a great turnout. Looked like a lot of fun.
So cool.
And then from Die Hard Bolt Club, Rike, the president of the Die Hard Bolt Club, said the family and the bond we are creating with this club is the most awesome thing to be a part of. These people have become family. It goes further than a fan club. Our vision is clear, and we are going to change the game. Be on the lookout, Die Hard Bolt Club.
It really is so cool because I don't know. I don't know if Die Hard Bolt Club, like you think of them as the tailgate, Thunder Rally.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing so much more than that.
Absolutely.
There's so much going on throughout the off season. Stuff like this where they have relationship with the Chargers to be able to get Zion Johnson to come out to a meet and greet just for Die Hard Bolt Club members. It's not a gigantic over the top like, oh, the Chargers are putting it on, you have to come to SoFi. It's like it was at a restaurant that they have that they watch the away games at, and they're all able to go and hang out and see their friends. And I love it. I mean, that's what we're trying to do on Charger Chat is build that community. Enrique with Die Hard Bolt Club is just absolutely killing it with these events. And they're throwing it, they're hosting it. They're putting it all on.
Yeah.
They're having everything prepared. It's a lot of work to be able to go do that. So props to you, Enrique. Thanks for all that you do, man.
Absolutely. And Die Hard or the Chargers Unleashed for hosting also the podcast element of that event.
Yeah.
That was awesome to see. So thank you guys for holding down the fort. And yeah, just the idea of getting, not just Zion Johnson in general, but to the first round pick.
Yeah.
To come and hang with the people, to interact with the people. That is just a really special thing. And I hope Zion Johnson knows that because it really is a cool thing for all those people that came out to see him. Looking around the league, Ian Rappaport tweeted out something that was not Charger related. So everybody calm down there. But sources say the Rams have reworked all-world defensive tackle Aaron Donald.
All-world? Get the frick out of here.
Dude, to be fair, dude's been
really
like
good.
all-pro like almost every single season he's been in.
But he's never been actually declared all-world. Just put all-pro.
All-universe. Aaron Donald's 3 remaining contract years to give him a massive $40 million raise through 2024, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history at 31 years old.
God.
He gets $95 million through 2024. The only reason we mention this is because of what he wore when he signed his contract. What did he wear? No lack
hat. Is that a no LA Chargers?
Oh, he's wearing an anti-Charger hat?
Throwing shade?
This guy. Is that true?
All world might. You know what?
Yeah.
Aaron Donald.
all ass. I gotta get another look at this.
What is this thing? Is this some kind of clothing company that we're reading too much into? NoLackNation.com. Yeah, they're just a clothing brand. It's okay, everyone.
Are they?
Cool your jets. Yes, just cool our jets. We don't need to go hit up.
You know, if Kevin was here, he'd be like, no fucking way, dude. Fuck that guy.
That's why he put it in the outline. He's fired up.
I mean, it is so close. So it's, if you see the picture, it's a blue hat, and it appears to be an emoji in the middle, which the Chargers have kind of, as far as in the football world, have cornered the market on the utilizing the emoji throughout the stadium. So it's easy to think that is an emoji of the Chargers, and then no LAC, which for a Charger fan says no LA Chargers.
Yes, you could read into it. We don't have to, though. I can confirm clelding company.
Boy, that
not
is
related to hating the Chargers.
That is so.
That just went right over his head. He didn't. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're off the hook, all world defensive tackle.
For now.
Donald. For now.
But oh boy, don't let me catch you wearing that again. I'm not telling you what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's pretty wild. $95 million.
Because he was thinking about retiring.
I know. There was a part of me that was like, oh, please just go. Just get out of here. Let somebody else have some fun. But no.
And they had to splash the pot. They had to spice things up a little bit to keep him around.
Well, for an all-world defensive tackle, you gotta
Space Jam status.
You gotta shovel that money in. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I gotta talk about, everybody's kind of already talked about it, so it's a little bit of old news, but the Denver Broncos putting out this video of Russell Wilson.
They were trying to make fun of him. Like, that's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, because it was Russell Wilson in front of a green screen. If you haven't seen it, look it up. Just Russell Wilson
on YouTube, you can find it.
Yeah, you can find
Russell Wilson, let's ride.
Let's ride.
It into YouTube, and it's bad.
And it's just him in front of a green screen, and it just starts with like, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. And then you can hear somebody off camera go say, Broncos country, let's ride. And then it's Broncos country, let's ride. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do, like a blue steel or something. Like, his energy didn't get above a 3.
No.
For a guy that's supposed to say, Broncos country, let's ride. Like,
yeah, it's like something they're going to show on the big screen to get the stadium hyped up. Because that's what they're recording.
He's like even moving his hands like, everybody get up. Broncos country, let's ride. Like, oh man.
Yeah, it's not good.
Somebody wake this guy up, get him a cup of coffee or something.
It's just like the Chargers media team would, even if one of our guys was goofy enough to say that, they wouldn't put it out there for everyone to see. That's just embarrassing your starting quarterback.
I think that's the thing, is like, there's a difference between like something funny, like Chris Rumpf behind the scene going, oh, there's puppies? Like, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
But to show your quarterback trying to hype everybody up and not doing a very good job of it.
No. I hope they play it in the stadium when we play.
I would love it. They might just like redub his voice. Like, they'll bring a voice actor in to like somebody else get the voice in here, because let's ride isn't going to cut it. So
let's ride.
All right. Well, if you want to ride over to our website, chargerchat.com, you can check out all the cool stuff we've got over there. T-shirts, stickers, hoodies, all the good stuff. And we've got a member section where you can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check it out, chargerchat.com. All right, gang. Well, now it's time to go on to the next segment. It is Fan Focus. Kevin will be here for Fan Focus, so let's see what fan Kevin interviewed this week. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
All right, guys, we are back with another Fan Focus, and we're super excited to have Ryan from Arizona. What is going on, Ryan?
Not much. How are you guys doing?
Doing awesome. I'm actually really excited for this fan focus because you're a fan. You were a fan in the past, and you recently have come back in the fold, and we are thrilled that you're back. Before we get to that, how did you originally become a Charger fan?
We got to go way back. I'm a little bit older, so we grew up in San Diego, an old military family throughout the 90s, essentially. So, my mom was a football fan. Watched, the old Steelers, the old Cowboys back in the 70s with her dad. And she passed that on to us because my dad was in the military, deployed a lot. We needed something to connect us. So, my mom kind of brought me along in the Charger fandom. They were local. It was easy to get involved with. And that's really how it all started. I mean, my first memories are of that 94 Super Bowl team. And
Nice.
I was, 6 or 7 at the time. So I was clearly in that very impressionable age where, I was going to love everything about the Chargers no matter what. So that's really how it started. It's just being in the middle of it all, fortunately.
Yeah. You and I are same thing. Grew up in San Diego. That was a very formidable time for me too. And it was just an exciting time to be a Charger fan. And it's getting really exciting again to be a Charger fan. And I wanted to get your insight because, you did decide not to follow the team up to LA. And then what was that like for you? Like not having your team for a few years, what was that like for you?
It was, honestly, it was probably a good thing. And, I say that kind of big picture. We moved to Utah where I, was there for a while in 2000. So we already kind of had a little bit of a disconnect with the team.
Mm-hmm.
But we still made yearly treks down to Qualcomm and all that. But then when the move came down, we were still holding out hope for the vote and all that stuff. But 2016 was still just a really weird year. We knew the team had a foot out the door. No one was super excited, and we were just angry.
Sure.
Me and my brother particularly. My parents stayed on, which is kind of why I came back. So me and my brothers, we got angry and, all right, I'm going to go follow the Raiders.
Oh no.
Gosh, I know. A little bit of a TMI, but being able to step back from the team and learn to love the game and all the other teams and their histories, I was able to go back and dig into those. So, the Raiders, the Patriots, the Bears, I did a lot of research in other teams because I kind of wanted a new team, but it all came back around in the last few years where I just, nothing really felt comfortable. So yeah, there's
nothing like that. Nothing like that powder blue, man. It just fits good.
It is. I mean, I've been with it for, most of my life, at least 20 some years. So, it's comfortable. It is like coming home.
Yeah, well, we're super excited that you are. And that's the thing is I think there's this kind of disconnect a little bit with fans where they're like, all right, well, you're a salty, no, people are upset about the move. I get it. It was easier for me because I wasn't in San Diego, but my whole family still is. So it's just different emotions. And, we all will come and find it, the team, however we decide to do it. And you're back now. And that's awesome. And we're glad. And get out of here, Raiders. It's back to the Chargers. Let's do this. So, with that being said, seeing what this roster is, seeing what this team is, what are you most looking forward to this upcoming season for the Chargers?
I think the offense again. Traditionally they've always been an offensive team. They've been blessed with franchise quarterbacks,
Yes.
for whatever reason.
We're so lucky, just so good.
But really, it's just that eventually they got to get over the hump. They built up the defense again. I think they've got some solid leadership again, especially up the middle with Kyle and
Yeah.
Khalil Mack coming up off the edge, and it's, I don't know. There's a lot of different things lately that had me coming back, especially, visiting my parents lately. They're getting up in age, and it's not that important. I mean, football, it's entertainment.
Sure.
I shouldn't have to give up personal relationships or that sort of thing. I don't know if you were around for the Chargers message board back in the day.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
I met a lot of those guys in person. And that's where a lot of the excitement about the coming season comes to, is those personal relationships you build with guys.
Sure.
And being able to talk about it. But I mean, for the team itself, absolutely the offense, and finally having a defense that can hopefully keep up with them.
Oh yeah. We got some studs, man. It's going to be a dynamic season, and we're really thrilled you're back. So welcome back, Ryan, from all of us Charger Chat. We're pumped. Back in the fold. Let's do this. And yeah, man, if you ever make it out to SoFi, make it out to a game, hit us up. We'll throw one back at Thunder Alley.
Yeah, absolutely. Planning on it.
Let's do it, man. All right, man. Well, thank you so much again for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you, and let's keep in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Well, damn, Ryan, you've been around the world looking for another football team, but you came back, baby. You came back, and that's what matters. They all come crawling.
I'll give it to you. That is very bold, claiming that you went and rooted for the Raiders.
Yeah,
and
man.
I understand you came back, but that's bold to come out and actually admit that, now being on the good side.
Right.
So props to you for being honest. I know it was hard for a lot of people.
Sure.
They had to digest, and I get having to take a step back, but you made the right decision. You came back. And I will say, don't get upset with Ryan in the comments that he was a Raider fan. We've all made mistakes.
That's right. Hey, we're all human.
We've paid our penance, and now he's back.
That's right.
Look, being a Raider fan is punishment enough. He doesn't need to be told about it again.
He got there and was like, oh man, is this what it's like?
This is awful.
I want to go to the Patriots. I'll see you guys later.
And then Tom Brady leaves.
And so then it was
Ryan,
like,
welcome back. Dude.
Yeah, welcome back, buddy. Good to have you. Obviously, this is the time to come back. This team is a special team, and it's going to do some pretty special things. So thank you for coming on and chatting with Kev. We appreciate it. And now, gang, it is time to go on to Ask Boltfam 2-person edition. Will it be funny? Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys.
Go jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do.
I wet myself in excitement.
Bosa hungry.
Your thoughts are totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy. That's right, gang. It is time for Ask Boltfam, and we start this Ask Boltfam off with CD, who asked the question. Let me ask you, baby, if you could do something dangerous with no risk, what would it be? Swim with sharks, rob a bank, scissor kick Cam bitch-ass Hayward in the back of the head? Let's hear it. And secondly, what's y'all's go-to beer, baby? All right, CD. Well, this is a great question. If you could do something dangerous with no risk.
It's got to be something to Derek Carr. I just don't know what.
Ooh.
Because scissor kicking Cam Hayward in the back of the head, that would be...
While understandable,
yeah,
it feels like it should be something within the division. Something that might actually help us out, because I don't even think we play the Steelers this year. Let's see.
I don't know. Swimming with sharks would be pretty sick.
I was
going to
say,
have to go Charger related. If I could swim with any shark as close as I wanted with no risk of getting eaten, that'd be pretty life changing. I think.
I would
ride, because you could hold on to the fin and ride on it. You could do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, ocean's terrifying in every aspect. So being able to just go in the ocean without fear, that would be awesome.
Just go to the beach without consequence. That'd be good.
That's right. I would like to hang out with some other dangerous animal, like a bear or a lion or a tiger or something like that.
All of them.
Yeah, just
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Just sit in a pile of dangerous animals going
king.
What's up? Yeah. All right. And then what's y'all's go-to beer? What's your go-to beer there?
I don't know. I don't know if this is not going to make me sound good, but I haven't really been drinking a whole lot of beer. I think like a go-to tailgating is a Modelo. That's kind of like
Modelo's.
That's kind of my go-to beer. For
sure. I think if I'm just going out to the bar, cheap beer night, it would be a Coors Light. If I want a little something to sip on, like some kind of micro brew or something like that, I'm always good for like a stout of some kind, like the Belching Beaver chocolate peanut butter stout.
Peanut
like
butter.
Shut your mouth. That is so damn good.
Yeah.
I'll sip on that for hours. So there you go. CD, we're hanging with dangerous animals and drinking good beer, but thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Herb, who asked the question. Hey, suckers. Besides Zion Johnson, who are you guys most excited about who we've drafted? This is the year we get that bling bling, you heard? Also, which undrafted motherfucker you see making the team? All right, so who are you most excited about as far as who we've drafted?
In this year's draft?
Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, besides Zion Johnson, who are you guys most excited about who we've drafted?
Yeah, I think just one sec.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, I think for me it's Isaiah Spiller. He's just at that position that's fun to watch and one that's going to have an intense battle in the training camp to come and preseason. So I'm really excited to see. And I think I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and I agree. I think it allows Austin Eckler potentially, if Isaiah is who we hope he can be, they are who we thought they were. If he can be that guy,
get away with it. Yeah.
If he could be that guy, it could allow a lot of freedom for Eckler.
Right.
I think Austin could thrive in that change of pace, catch people off guard, not be exhausted carrying the rock inside the tackles. He can. I'm not saying he can't do it, but I think he could be that much better if he's fresh when he gets the ball on the outside, catching the ball in the backfield, doing some of those types of lining up outside. So yeah, Isaiah Spiller is the draft pick that I'm most excited for.
Yeah, I think it's easy to get excited about him and at the position that we got him. To me, the one that I'm most excited about, and it's just because of how much of a steal everybody claimed him to be, is Jamari Salyer. Like to get a guy, and especially for the offensive line that dropped so far, out of that 3-4 range down to 6, and for us to just get him, he's just sitting there. I might as well take him. Like, it's not necessarily a huge position of need in the guard position, but some of the tape that we did see, he did play tackle a couple times, so he just seems to be that versatile offensive line guy that we like our versatility now on the Chargers. So getting a guy of that value with that kind of versatility that low in the draft, I'm excited to see what kind of a contribution he can make to this team. And then as far as what undrafted motherfucker we see making the team, boy, that's hard to say because
I think until preseason starts and training camp gets going, we don't really. I can't say with any kind of certainty if any of these guys are. Our roster is not what it has been in the past, where there's obvious holes and there's that number 3 spot at a certain position that's lacking, and we need someone to step up. I think it's going to take out of the ordinary gigantic preseason for someone that's undrafted to take someone's spots on this Chargers roster.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about the positions and the depth that we have at every position, like
we're talking about Tillery not making the squad.
I know. So it's the only position that we can even talk about like being kind of a question mark is that right tackle position.
Yeah.
And the only, from this list I'm looking at, it might not be totally accurate, but the only tackle that I see that we drafted as an undrafted free agent is Andrew Traynor from William and Mary. So maybe he can make it if we're feeling like rolling the dice on it. But anybody else, like I'm looking at all the positions, it's like tight end, no. Wide receiver, no. Maybe wide receiver,
maybe
no.
Running back. There was a couple of guys we picked up.
Yeah, there was a couple of running backs.
Kevin Marks, Letty Brown.
Yeah.
Like I think I got to see them. I can go back and watch some of their tape, but until I see them line up, run plays in our offense, kind of how they look, it's going to be hard for me to pick a free agent that could potentially make the team. It's
Right,
going to be really
this
hard.
early
Maybe a
on.
practice squad, but it could be really hard.
Yeah. So, Herb, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Boltville714, who asked the question. So, what's your favorite Charger memorabilia item that you own? Mine is my J. Herbo jersey. I got signed by him at Draft Fest. The Raiders. Okay, love you, bye.
That's a good Obama. Adam.
Is it? I don't
Yeah, I liked
know.
it.
Sometimes
I
if you can just get the cadence down, sometimes
the cadence.
it's just good enough.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite Charger memorabilia / item that you own.
So I don't have a ton, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I just not a collector in that way. My uncle gave me this really cool Keenan Allen jersey that was framed.
Nice.
I ended up sending it to Kevin because Kevin just every time he saw it, he like started crying and begged for it. I was like, fine, dude, I'll send it out. So that's at his house now.
Oh man. On his anniversary, you got to talk about him crying.
Well, everyone knows he's very emotional about the Chargers.
You can be very emotional, yes.
Yeah.
I can't argue that.
So I think my current favorite memorabilia is actually Adam sent it to me for Christmas last year. It's a Phillip Rivers rookie card.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. That's something that I keep close. So yeah, that's my favorite memorabilia that I have right now.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't have a ton of memorabilia. Like I have definitely, I wasn't even big on like buying jerseys or anything like that. Like I've started buying more hats. I've started buying more jerseys, just because I could. But as far as like my favorite memorabilia piece, what actually at least feels like memorabilia is, and I'm looking at it right now, is the Austin Eckler helmet that you got me, that was signed by Austin Eckler, which is awesome. Like that and the Austin Eckler card are two of the only things that I have signed by any Charger, which is awesome. And then Kevin got me a Justin Herbert coin from when we drafted him a couple of years ago. So it was a rare Justin Herbert coin. So I've got those sitting on my shelves. I get to look at them every day. They're beautiful. All right. Well, there you go. Boltville714. Thank you for asking the question.
Yeah, and thanks for rubbing in the fact that you got a Herbert jersey signed.
Yeah, freaking.
I am really happy for you. But
I'm happy for everybody that's
jealous.
gotten something signed by Justin Herbert in their possession. I wish I was one of those people. I'm not, but maybe one day. One day. Let's ride. All right. Let's move it on now to Fire Telesco, who asked the question.
Do you see the Chargers ditching Herbert if he goes the Baker route? Have 2 solid seasons and 2 bad seasons. Reminds me when they drafted Rivers pre-Breeze injury.
No.
No.
Not at all.
Nope.
Because you can say that, because especially the way that you word this, having 2 solid seasons. Listen, if Justin Herbert breaking records is just a solid season,
you can't compare his seasons to Baker Mayfield's.
You can't. So it's like these weren't just like serviceable seasons; these were record-breaking. Ain't nobody done it better seasons. So, no, I think if Herbert somehow had a bad season, you would just have to chalk that up as a fluke, because so far he's gone. His 2 first seasons were borderline immaculate. So there's no way that they go the Baker route.
I don't necessarily understand that reminds him when they drafted Rivers pre-Breeze injury. We don't have a backup in waiting right now. There's nobody that we've drafted behind Justin that we're like, I don't know if Justin's the guy. With Breeze, it was like, I don't know if you're the guy. Let's draft Phillip Rivers. There's no high draft picks being spent on someone to back up Justin Herbert.
I guess he means if Herbert has a bad season this season, that we draft a quarterback in the first round next season or something like that.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, I think you just gotta, if that happens,
he's proven himself already.
No, he's proven
NFL level quarterback
above and beyond. I mean, not even just as a quarterback, but just as a presence in the locker room, a presence off the field. As we've said, it seems like nobody can find a bad thing about this guy. So there's no way.
And I do not see him having a Baker Mayfield type season.
There's no reason to. No reason to. So, Fire Telesco, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to J. Rob, who asked the question. Hey, CC fam. Before I ask my question, I just want to say I've been listening to your podcast for the past year now, and I just want to say you guys honestly make the season a whole lot better. Listening to you guys and the rest of the Bolt fam insight on here makes me realize I'm not alone after a tough loss. LOL. I especially feel it when Coach says he avoids all social media after a loss, because I'm the exact same way. LOL. This podcast is amazing, and I will keep on supporting it as long as I can. Now to my question. I know we don't talk about it too much because of how amazing and durable our QB1 is, but should Herbie need to sit out one game, and I mean only one game this season, who should step up and take the reins that day? Easton or Chase? I personally believe we have a better chance with Easton due to his arm and mobility, but I know the staff really like Chase. I think Chase is a great mentor for our QB1, but I don't know if I would want him to play over Easton, who has been with this team for years now. With that being asked, Kay, love you, bye. All right, well, great. Well, first of all, Jay, thank you for the kind words. That really does mean a lot to us. And in regards to your question, I think it's a great question. Looking at it, would you rather Easton Stick or Chase Daniel? I would have to say, based off of, because we haven't really got to see these guys in games that matter. We've seen them in preseason games. And I mean, say what you will about Chase, if him being older and Easton having a better arm, but I think Chase was the better guy, right?
Yeah, here's what I think. I think if we didn't have the defense, if we had last year's defense, I like the idea of Easton Stick because I think he can do a lot with his legs. He's a lot more dynamic, but there's a higher risk of turnover when you put Easton Stick in the game.
That's true.
A guy like Chase Daniel, who's been a quarterback in the league for a really long time, you're going to get consistency. And with the defense that we have now, that's all we need is consistency. Somebody that's not going to turn the ball over, go down and get some first downs, maybe score a couple touchdowns, and hopefully your defense has a great game.
Right.
In that God forbid, game that Justin's hurt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, and I think that the head office, I think that's what our coaching staff, that's why they paid Chase again. They brought him back. He was only on a 1-year deal, so they paid him to come back. They clearly don't have the utmost confidence in Easton being the guy. So I think the quarterback situation stays exactly the same. They also love Chase Daniels being in the quarterback room with Herbo.
Oh yeah.
I think as a vet, walking him through stuff, and he seems like an awesome guy. Like the interviews he does with our YouTube and. Yeah, so yeah, I think Chase Daniels QB2.
Now that being said, we've seen Easton Stick make the roster almost surprisingly every single year, just because the idea of, like, you could argue carrying 3 quarterbacks like during the COVID season was like, this is just our break the glass if we have to quarterback. Now that we're going into 2022 season, do you foresee us holding 3 quarterbacks, or do you think Easton goes?
I think he'll be a practice squatter.
Okay.
I think he still can be. So I think if he is eligible, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what all those crazy eligibilities are for a practice squad. But if he's eligible, I think we put him on there. I don't think any team is out there keeping track of what Easton Stick's doing. And maybe they are.
Maybe they are.
There might be a couple. I don't think they're going to come in swoop Easton Stick off of our practice squad.
Right. All right. Well, great question, Jay. Thank you for asking it. Let's move it on now to Leo, who asked the question. So why are Raider fans so ignorant? Like Raider fans think they'll win the division. They're so delusional, like Billie Jean thinking I'm the father. So my question is, how realistic of a chance do we have to sweep a divisional opponent such as the Raiders? Ow, Shamona. Can't love you, bye. Great question, Leo. Let's see. Realistic chance do we have to sweep a divisional opponent such as the Raiders?
We have a great chance. I think. Go ahead.
I was going to say, well, I mean, the one thing that everybody's talked about this offseason is how tough this division is. Like, we're not going up against any teams like the Detroit Lions or, or whatever bottom tier team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the AFC West is pretty well stacked. So I think, is there a chance? Yeah, I'd say there's definitely a chance because I think we are the better team out of all four. But it ain't going to be easy, right?
No, I don't think it's easy. I think we have a chance. I just don't know. Like, Raider fans are delusional. Like, everyone says how much better all these teams got. Like, what they brought in Devontae, they brought in one guy, right?
Right.
So, and he's a wide receiver. So how many times a game does he touch the ball? Wide receivers get the ball. If they get the ball 8 times, that's huge in a game.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm just my cornerbacks and outside linebackers that are on the field every single play, making huge impacts on every single play. That's where those gigantic changes in roster happen, and that's what the Chargers did.
Right.
You bring in one guy, put him with the quarterback, can't throw that well. It's not like they got that much better. They had another terrible draft because they had to give up all their picks to get that one player.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. I'm not extremely. I think the Raiders we could beat twice this year.
Yeah, it is funny. I was watching like Rich Eisen earlier, who was looking at a list of like quarterback, running back, and 2 pass catchers, whether it's wide receiver and possibly tight end if they're just a better pass catcher. And he's looking at the AFC West and he's like, "It's the Raiders, man. The Raiders have the best." And I was like, his 2 co-hosts are like,
Insanity.
"No, dude, it's the Chargers." Like, you're crazy. And I don't know.
Insanity.
It really is, because I don't see it, man. Like, and I'm like, obviously I'm biased because I'm a Charger fan, like, and I'm looking at Raider fans going like, yeah, we can beat them. But honestly, I think if you take a step back and look at them subjectively, there's just no way. There's no way. And with the Broncos going through what they're going through with another, I mean, both the Broncos and the Raiders have a but a new coach.
Yep.
That's going to probably be implementing some different systems, maybe for better, maybe for worse. You've got Russell Wilson, who just came over to the Broncos. Let's ride. So I don't know, man. But I think there's definitely a chance. It won't be easy, but I think there's definitely a chance we could sweep not one, if not 2 teams in the AFC West. We'll have to wait and see. But Leo, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Mario Vences, who asked the question. First of all, brothers, let me say this. F the Raiders, okay? Second of all, can we take a moment to applaud and shout out the YouTube content creators on that Avengers type video? Please do one more before the season starts. Lastly, what's your favorite Bolt item / memorabilia you own? K, love you, bye. Well, we already answered the memorabilia one, but the mashup of the year of all the Charger podcasts coming together, Avengers Assemble, was awesome to see finally. I was like dreading, like, there's going to be a Dutch oven question coming up here shortly. I just know
How is this going to work?
How is it get implemented into something like this? And it was funny. It was actually really, really enjoyable to see. I don't know what the plan is. This was all kind of brought together by Chargers Unleashed.
Yep.
And they found a way to get us all together. So will we do one more before the season starts? I think it was a success enough that you could argue that, why not? So
give another podcast a chance to host it. Maybe we can host the next one.
Oh, there you go. We different hosts for different. Yeah. Oh man,
because we didn't post it to our channel; they just posted it to theirs. So
correct. Yes.
It'd be cool if we could. Yeah. I mean, I don't look. Kevin's a logistics guy. He's not here. I'm not going to make any promises I'm not going to fulfill, because he'll be the one setting anything like that up.
Right. Yeah, Kyle and I, we are not the ones that do the deals of any kind. Kevin is our deal wheeler and dealing guy. So
he's our dealer.
He is our dealer. So we will see if that happens. But hey, thanks for checking it out, and thanks for asking the question, Mario. Let's move it on now to Gavin Gibson, who asked the question. Would you rather be the one to do the coin toss in a Chargers Super Bowl in front of millions of viewers worldwide and get to keep the coin as a memento, or would you rather have a day with 3 Charger players previous or current. If you pick the day with players, who are you picking? Also, if you have to pick any that involve kissing Derek Carr in the future, make sure you always pick a Glasgow kiss. As always, bolt up and family trust, respect. K, love you, bye. All right, so for those of you that don't know, a Glasgow kiss is a headbutt or strike with the head to someone's sensitive area. So, yes, if we ever are posed in the future with a would you rather kiss Derek Carr or suck a fart, we'll say we'll give him a Glasgow kiss right to the you-know-what, right to the breadbasket. But the question of would you rather, so toss a coin or hang with 3 Charger players for a day?
I don't care much for the attention, so I don't think I would want to do the tossing a coin. Although that means the Chargers are in the Super Bowl, so
that's true.
That's pretty sick.
Oh, but what if you flip the coin wrong?
I'm pretty confident in my coin flipping skills.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that would be pretty cool to be a part of Chargers history if we won our first Super Bowl and you
were the coin toss.
Oh God, that'd be cool memorabilia.
I thought I had the answer immediately, but then you kind of started sweetening the pot by like going into all the logistics of it.
There's some thought there because when you first read this, I was like, "That's a no-brainer." The 3 Charger players,
right? That's what I thought.
But I'm also very introverted, and I don't love like small talk conversation. And meeting your heroes can be a bad thing sometimes.
It really can. Yes, it absolutely
can. I'm going coin toss.
Wow.
Protect myself.
Look at
Protect my views of the Chargers. I don't like small talk. I like to keep to myself, so I can just go out there, smile, flip a coin, be a part of Charger history.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, things escalated there. I talked myself into the
dude.
coin
We
toss,
were like, I saw the off ramp, and I'm like, that's where we're going, and you just kept on the freeway.
Pretty much
went to the next marker. That's crazy.
Did I convince you?
I mean, you almost are, man. Like I'm teetering on the edge of saying the coin toss, but man, hanging with 3 Charger players because then.
Well, okay, let's talk it through then. What 3 would you pick? Maybe this will help your decision.
Justin Herbert, Phillip Rivers, and probably Gates.
Okay. Not LT. Or Eck. I think you could go with just Phil and Justin because I would love to see them just talk football.
That's what I mean. Like to know that they've only chatted a couple of times, like and then be like, all right, sit down. We're talking right now.
Just run game film and let them talk.
Talk about how much you love each other. And I'm just going to sit here and watch back and forth.
Smile.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm not recording.
Slowly bring the phone up.
Yeah, it's great, guys.
So, yeah, the third, God, the only reason, well, I won't say the only reason, but one of the main reasons is, I mean, God, Gates, Tomlinson, or Eckler, all 3 of those guys are studs, and all 3 of those guys would be just fun to. They
Keenan
all
would be
seem
fun
like great.
Dynamic.
Damn it!
Because it would be fun to have a guy that played with both Phil and Justin, so they have some comfortability there.
You're right. You're 1,000%
And he's the only guy that
right.
could say that.
All right, third would be Keenan Allen.
Oh.
1,000% right. Damn.
That would be a fun group.
God, that would be amazing. Yeah, because he could talk about, he could compare the two. Like he could say, you throw it like this, you throw it like that. Remember you threw it like this. Remember you threw it like that. So yeah, I'm going to go with the three guys, Herbert, Rivers, Keenan Allen. Thanks for talking me through that, Kyle. I was obviously having a hard
friends
time.
are for.
And Gavin Gibson, thank you for asking the question there, bud. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with our old favorite, Jeebs.
Silent D.
The D is silent. Who asked the question? All right, so Jeebs asked for Foghorn Leghorn as an opposing coach, realizing he has to play the Chargers defense this week. Here we go. I say, that was easy, boy. Those Raiders were so easy, it was a piece of cake, boy. I say, they were overhyped like a damn chicken dinner, son. Ha! That there was a joke, boy. I say, 'cause I'm a chicken, son. No? I say tough crowd there, boy. That's what we call a knee slapper, son. Get your head out your ass, son. All right. I say, who do we have this week, boy? Chargers, huh? I'll say, what the f, boy? How the literal f, boy? Where's the hole in this godforsaken mess, boy? I'll say, where the f do we shift the motherfucking protection, boy? It's a goddamn mystery, son. Is this even legal, boy? I'll say, it's witchcraft, son. Bosa on that end, Mac on that end. This Bosack combo may be the death of me, boy. Even if we get a pass off, where's it gonna go, son? I'll say JC Jackson is over there, son. ASJ is over there. Callahan is over there, boy. I mean, their fourth best corner is Vato, and that there's bullshit, because he was the number one last year, son. I'll say, on top of that fucking shit, you got Derwin fucking James running around like a goddamn Tasmanian devil, just making a mess out of everything, boy. I say, don't even get me started on the offense, son. That's a whole nother episode, boy. I say, I'm gonna go sit on the shitter, son, and contemplate this here game plan. My God, I say, while I'm gone, boy, think about this, son. Who's going to benefit most from these here pickups, boy? Is it going to be Joey because of Mac or Derwin because of JC, boy? I'll think about that one, boy, and get back to me, son. In the words of my good friend Porky Pig, that's all, folks. Now, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, boy. Oh, yeah. And I'll say, the Raiders. K-love you, bye, son. James, you always bring the heat, buddy, and I love that about you.
The Bosack. I like that.
The
nickname.
Bosack. Yeah, that is a combo of names that I love. Bosack. Bring on the Bosack. All right, but I think this is also a great question as far as who do we think is going to benefit more? Let's see. Is it Joey because of Mac or Derwin because of JC?
Yeah, I think personally, Derwin's going to benefit from a lot of the moves that we made. We just needed depth for him to be able to go. Because last year we got one corner got hurt, Chris Harris got hurt, and then all of a sudden he was not able to do what he needed to do. So I think the addition of Callahan, JC Jackson, and all of those together make the biggest deal. If we had just brought in JC, I don't think it completely frees up Derwin. But bringing in Khalil Mack, that's just so big for Joey. I think that is the biggest immediate impact for one player by bringing in one player. Just you cannot double team Joey Bosa. I mean, you can, but then Khalil's completely open. So yeah, I think Joey's going to benefit the most from the moves we made.
I can follow that reasoning, but I'm going to say Derwin is going to benefit the most just because of what Staley said was like, the previous year, we built the offense around Justin Herbert. This offseason, we built the defense around Derwin. And I think even though, if you're just looking at the secondary, I mean, including the draft, we picked up a couple of guys in the draft for that secondary because of Derwin's playmaking ability and how we've talked about how versatile he is, how he can basically play any position on the defense. I think it just gives him the opportunity to disguise himself more, and I think he is going to thrive this upcoming season. Whether or not it's more than Joey remains to be seen, but because they built it around Derwin, I got to imagine Derwin's the one that's going to kill it.
I think that Derwin's going to kill it, but honestly, I think I would say that Khalil coming in is a bigger impact on Derwin than JC coming in is an impact on Derwin.
Really?
Because with Khalil, say you bring Khalil, Joey, and Seabass up the middle, that's a 3-man rush. You could now put 8 back in coverage. How much more dynamic can Derwin be? You could blitz Derwin that much more, or you could drop him down in the box that much more because you already have so many. I mean, yeah, Coach said we like to run that 5DB stuff a lot, nickel. I think we could be in dime a lot with the weakness of our team being linebacker and the strength being defensive back. I think you could see 6 defensive backs, and that means Derwin, you don't know what he is. He could be a linebacker. He could be a strong safety. He could be a free safety. He could be a corner. Like, you just don't really know. So I think that Khalil is more of a benefit to Derwin than even JC. Because JC, he'll lock up one guy.
Mhm.
He does eliminate that. He keeps you from having to have a deep safety over the top all the time.
Mhm.
But I still think that I just don't think that corner has as much impact on our safety as the box has.
I see
on
what
the
you're
safety.
saying. I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, yeah.
Either way, Derwin's going to have a good year. Joey Bosa's
Joey
going
Bosa's going to have a good year. Everybody's going to have a good year. You're going to have a good year. You're going to have a good year. All right. Well, there you go. Jeeves, thank you for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. We really appreciate it. Hopefully, this next episode, we will have Kev Huggin Duggan back.
That's what he promised us.
Yeah. So don't write us any angry letters. I swear to God, he will come back. He's just been vacationing and anniversarying this past couple of weeks. So we will get him back. But I think that is going to do it for this episode of Charger Chat. Any final thoughts there, Kyle?
No, I'm excited to get Kev back. I'm not ready for this lull in Charger football though. The wait to training camp.
It is a lull. We can't deny that. But we will see some more little tidbits and we will ride. We're going to ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. All right. That's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
When you got a craving to stuff your face with delicious treats, then head on down to Bosack Snack Shack. Prevent all that healthy garbage from getting in the way. Press your way into blitz some delicious chips, cookies, and candy into your tum-tum. You're an adult, damn it. You get to decide if you're having cake for breakfast. We're halfway through the new year. Time to deflect the resolutions and bull rush into Bosack Snack Shack.